the way that we have managed work in the past century is to give people money in exchange for their time, right? So when people started going to factories, like we logged how many hours they were there and then compensated them for those hours. This worked really well in organizations where the output of every single worker was, directly related to how long they spent in the company. So a person sitting next to a machine in an industrial environment will have pretty much the same output as the person next to him or her. But in remote work, we usually have people that are working with some kind of creative task. So what should we do instead? I think what we should do instead is that we should look at the actual outputs of people in the organization. And I got this idea from the founder of Zapier, who are running a big remote team and have written a book about managing remote teams. Our implementation of this in the organization that I found that is that we have role specifications for every single role that are in the organization. So there's a role for a person that is like a digital marketer or a growth hacker, and there's a specific weekly outcome for that person. I don't really care about if the person has been working for 40 hours or 10 hours that particular week. What I care about is the outcome of that person's work. I think this is important in a remote organization because you don't have these structures of people coming to work. It's always better to look at the outcomes of people, and then just it makes it also more clear about the expectation on this person. So the easiest way to do this is to create a purpose document for every single role in the organization. Like, this role exists because of these reasons. This is the goal for this person in the job. And then, when the person is onboarded, you give them this document and say is this okay? You can even talk about this during the interview, because then you already talked about the goals for the person in the interview. So whenever they start working, it will be easier for them to just, get on board the organization. Hit subscribe if you think this is interesting, and next video tomorrow.